De La Vega, another fire for three. Won't connect. The possession back to Mandaluyong.
Well, Mandaluyong dodged another bullet out there. Missing another wide open layup para dito sa Bulacan.
A minute and 34 remaining. Chua finds Daha. Looks at the clock. Shot clock down to 8. Chua for three. Unable to hit. Here goes Lacson for Bulacan. The screen from De La Vega. Now Victoria in the middle. Now up top. Three-point attempt. That is good. Courtesy of number 23, Carmelo Canlapan.
Oh, what a shot there by Carmelo Canlapan. May kamay yun. May challenge yun in front of him. But he was able to make a basket.
Meanwhile, Daha back in the ball game. Continuing to dominate inside this time. 2 freebies coming up.
2 free throws for Irvin Daha.
And I just noticed every time Daha has the ball, the movement of Mandaluyong is limited since they're just all watching Daha in the offense.
Well, that is what Irvin Daha brings to the table. Definitely can operate on his own.
Yeah. But as much as possible, the others needs to read their opponent. Maybe perhaps there's a backdoor opportunity over there para ma-create si Daha.
Meanwhile, that's 10 points already for Irvin Daha. Add 9 rebounds to that. Almost a double-double.
In the first half.
Yeah, just in the first half. And talk about Gila's caliber. Meanwhile, 3-point attempt won't fall. They try to get it back. They do. Victoria almost losing it. And Sean Antazo on the floor. If there was intense contact underneath the paint, we're not sure of what exactly happened.
And I think he's touching his right ankle.
Again, we're not exactly sure what happened. Our medical team attending to him quickly. And so far has 20 points in this game, so definitely that's gotta be a huge development if di na siya makakalaro.
Definitely, as you can see in that replay, perhaps he twisted his ankle or his leg.
Yeah, so the usual, twisting his ankle, but that time it was off a jump,
Yes.
a high jump. So I think that's gotta hurt. Okay, let's take another look. Yeah, we saw that. It was
That was
it was
inverted.
very quick.
And that was inverted twist. Paloob yung ankle injury na yun. Oh.
And again, it happens. It's no one's fault. But still, it's very unfortunate na sa kanya pa nangyari yun again. He's the leading scorer in this ball game. And Mandaluyong is already struggling as it is. So, again, big development if di na siya makakabalik.
Yes. And tough blow para dito sa Mandaluyong.
But still, again, there's no Russell Del Pozo on the other side.
Yeah.
And you have the likes of Chua and Irvin Daha. So,
Yeah.
nothing to panic about naman. But still on the side of itong si Sean Antazo, we're all hoping for him to,
Yes.
hopefully he gets better. But right now, we shall continue our ball game. Lacson, one-hander. That won't fall. Rebound by Justin Elduayan. He is running, finds Herrera, mid-range jumper. That is good.
A good find here by Elduahan.
Meanwhile, 3-point attempt by Charles Victoria. It won't fall. No go to the putback. They get it back. They send it outside. They swing it around the arc. Lacson for 3. That won't fall. Rebound by Elduayan. And that will end our first half. It's 54-41. A 13-point lead on the side of the Mandaluyong. Junior Microsmith. And what a quarter, or rather what a half it has been for Mandaluyong. Again, able to earn themselves a 13-point lead as we shall return. And once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Junior MPBL would like to thank the following sponsors. Doride, Bola ng Pinoy. Pound for pound, be Liga ready. Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Don Benito's Pambansang Cassava. Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. Pound Active for quality sportswear. Chris Jacob Collection for affordable but quality daily.
For our halftime interview, kasama ko si Assistant Coach Christian Kamay ng Team Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. Good afternoon, Coach. Coach Christian, nakita naman natin lamang po ang team ninyo. Kumbaga kayo yung nagdidikta ng larong ito. Paano po natin ma-maintain yung kalamangan na meron tayo in the final 20 minutes of the game?
Siguro, mini-maintain namin sa depensa, no, yung shooter sa labas ng Bulacan, tapos yung offensive rebound namin. Tsaka yung team effort po talaga yung nagpapalamang sa amin, kaya mini-maintain namin yung kalamangan.
Coach Christian, meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan or batiin po ngayon?
Ayan. Binabati ko po si Coach Mark, no. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanya sa opportunity na to, sa pagiging assistant coach ko po ngayon. And binabati ko po yung mama ko, yung papa ko, yung Kamay family, Dalanon family, lalo na yung Garcia family, tsaka yung girlfriend ko.
Thank you so much, Coach Christian, and good luck po sa team ninyo. At syempre, huwag kayong aalis because more intense basketball action will happen when we return.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Doride Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benito's, ang Pambansang Cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Doride Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benito's, ang Pambansang Cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes. Manny.
Back to the action right here, and at the half, it's 54-41, a 13-point lead on the side of the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith as they've been so far dominating this ball game against Bulacan.
Yes, for Mandaluyong, they've been shooting well in the field, shooting 61%. However, for Bulacan, shooting just 31% in the field. And as you can see here in the three-point department, Bulacan has been shooting 8 out of 26 already in the field.
For our leading scorers, Mandaluyong, so far Antazo with 20, but unfortunately went down with an injury. Ito namang si Irvin Daha with 10 points, John Ken Atienza with 9, and for Bulacan, Lacson with 11, Santos with 7, and Lacsamana with 5. Once again, we're in our 18 and under division. And before we continue, shout out first to Congressman Eric Martinez, to the Tora Catherine Martinez, and to Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game in our Bahay ni Jawo. in Valenzuela City. And of course, to our junior MPBL sponsors. For Dorayed Bola ng Pinoy, pound for pound, be Liga ready. Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Don Benito's ang pambansang kasava. Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. Pound Active for quality sportswear. Chris Jacob Collections for affordable but quality daily perfumes. And Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. As we're awaiting the start of our second half.
It's a very nice venue over here. You can see the murals of Robert Jaworski, the great Robert Jaworski. Although hindi ko siya naabutan.
Same din naman, but we all know he is a 4-time PBA All-Star,
Yes.
1978 Most Valuable Player,
Yes.
and has a bunch, 6 to be exact, of first-team mythical selections.
Yes.
So-
And he's a point guard din, no? And he's well known of being the point guard and facilitator of Ginebra. Pero hindi ko talaga siya naabutan, promise.
So definitely one of the players for Filipinos specifically to look up to, kasi hindi rin naman ganun katangkad
Yes.
most of the Filipinos, as we see our crowd here again, the Bahay ni Jawo in Valenzuela City. And of course, Sonny Jaworski, member din ng 2005 Hall of Fame. So definitely, again, kahit saang lugar yan, kahit saang lugar ka pa, pag sinabi mo yung Sonny Jaworski, kilalang kilala yan ng mga tao.
Ayan. And he has a great IQ rin. Sobrang taas ng IQ niyan. Kaya ako, Pure Foods fan ako nun eh. Sila parati tumatalo sa Pure Foods ko. Pero hindi ko talaga sila naubutan. Promise.
Promise, naniniwala naman ako sa'yo. As we hear the start, or rather we hear the buzzer for the start of our second half. So it looks like it's Daha, Chua, Herrera, Atienza, and Elduayan inserted into the lineup of Mandaluyong. Ito namang Bulacan. We have Lacson, Canlapan, Victoria, Pulong Barit, and number 27, Fajardo, inserted into the ball game. Lacson, inside to Fajardo, outside. They fire for 3, that's good for Charles Victoria.
And the defense there of Mandaluyong is 1-2-2. But because of their aggressiveness, attacking in the middle, bumuka yung depensa at nakakuha sila na 3 points.
Meanwhile, able to answer back is the golden hand, Iros Chua.
And that was the logo. It came from the logo.
And that's the reason why people call him the golden hand. But Victoria unable to answer back. Iros Chua brings it down. Will fire another one, but that is rejected by Fajardo. Meanwhile, Herrera mid-range jumper, that is silky smooth.
There was a good ball movement here para dito sa Mandaluyong.
Meanwhile, Canlapan has it. The pick from Fajardo. He fires a 3, knocks that down.
And that time, that's a pick and roll situation para dito sa Mandaluyong, and that's the reason why they got an open 3-point.
Chua, another try from deep. The golden hand is not yet done.
Wow, it's raining threes here at Bahay ni Jawo.
It's literally raining outside as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fajardo sends it inside. Good play for JT Bulacan Taipan.
And that's the reason why you need to read your opponents. No, that time, good backdoor play para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
You see now a platoon substitution. Rather, a 4-man substitution on the side of Bulacan. We have Gapak, Santos among the 4. We also see Pangan and Laksamana inserted. And so far, it's back to 13. Atienza extending it to 15.
And every time Bulacan JT Taipan converts basket, nakakasagot ito Mandaluyong.
Mandaluyong showing why they're the defending champions of the 18 and under division. Meanwhile, Gapak Shot clock down to 5. Inside, Laksamana, another send out. Santos for 3. That won't connect. Atienza getting fouled. That is called on Bulacan, their first one in this quarter.
And really, Bulacan Taipan really needs to step up on their defense or else mapapag-iwanan talaga sila nitong Mandaluyong.
3 minutes gone by. They almost lose it. And that's an offensive foul going to be called on Irvin Da. But now let's turn it over to Daphne Cristobal for a report.
He may be a starter or coming from the bench. Justin Elduin is always set to make a difference for the team. He is not new to dito nga sa league natin, but he shared how he wants to further develop his skills as a guard. Well, alam naman natin last season, grabe na agad itong pinakita ni Justin sa atin. Well, 2 things which he highlighted. First is his basketball IQ or yung discarded pa niya. At pangalawa naman ay yung kanyang court vision. Well, gusto niya kasi din ma-utilize pa yung kanyang teammates. Meanwhile, just an update para dito kay Oliver Almonte, who unfortunately sprained his right ankle. Well, as suggested by the team's medical team, ipahinga na lang daw muna. Pero sabi nga sa akin, itong si Oliver, kaya naman daw niya at mukhang gugustuhin niya pa maglaro here in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And first, talking about Justin Elduin, of course, playing for the AMA University Junior Kings. You know, he's already a very, very good scorer.
Yes.
And it's nice to have a mindset like that na gusto mo pa rin mag-improve.
Yes, that's correct. And you can see he's gonna be utilized here. But what a pass here para dito kay Santos. Drop-off pass. And a good basket by number 27, Fajardo.
And so far, Bulacan doing their best to keep themselves alive in this battle. Meanwhile, Gapak sends it outside. Santos for 3. Bang!
And that's the reason why they're number 1 in the standing para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
And a timeout called right here, presented by Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Let's take another look. First, this beautiful pass from Santos all the way to Fajardo, and this time Gapak to Santos outside for a corner bomb. Able to cut the lead to just 8. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Back to the action right here as we saw ang ating Dorayed Bola ng Pinoy team starters. And again, that timeout was brought to you by Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. And of course, big shout out first to Congressman Eric Martinez and to Dr. Catherine Martinez, as well as to Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game in Bahay ni Jawo in Valenzuela City. Meanwhile, one run for Bulacan, able to cut it to just an 8-point lead for Mandaluyong. And that's a foul going to be called on Bulacan, their 3rd of this quarter already.
And it's nice to see Bulacan stepping up on defense. And let's see if they continue to sustain it.
Atienza, what an attack. 2 free throws coming up for John Ken Atienza.
What a spin move there by Atienza. Again, using his footwork.
It's very evident that the players of Mandaluyong, put premium on the basics.
Yes.
Tulad ng mga basic pivot, basic footwork.
That's coming from a triple threat.
This one is good for John Ken Atienza. So far has 12 points. A chance to make it 13.
Not only that, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Take that 13 points. Huh. And yeah, 6 rebounds.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we're back to a double-digit lead for Mandaluyong. Bulacan. Santos has it up top. Attacks the lane. One-hander off the glass. It's good.
And that was a good execution para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
Meanwhile, Herrera. Atienza provides the pick. Herrera back to Atienza. Against Pangan. Atienza has it. Attacks the lane. Unable to sink it. And here goes Gapak. Attacks the lane. Unable to put it in. Fajardo still no good on the putback. Santos for three. That won't connect.
A tough break there para dito sa Bulacan. They had 3 opportunities na point blank shots na nagmintis nila. If they converted those shots, and then we're talking about a 4-point difference in this game.
And to make matters worse, Bulacan already reaching the foul limit, so that'll mean penalty free throws for every foul they get, and there's still under 4 minutes remaining in the third.
Yes, very unfortunate para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
First one, though, is no good for Irvin Daha. So far, has 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Nakakota na naman tong si Irvin Daha in this game.
The double-double is probably just, an everyday thing for him. another day in the office.
Another day in the office indeed.
Meanwhile, that is good. Laksamana providing a 3 for Bulacan.
Laksamana was really wide open there, wondering how come they didn't, Mandaluyong didn't close out.
Able to cut it to just 5 right here. Over 3 minutes remaining. Inside, Atienza. Now it's Daha. Inside, no good. Good defense coming from Bulacan.
Good stop there by Bulacan.
Gapak drops it to Santos. Another conversion for JT Bulacan Taipan.
What a way to score a basket para dito sa Bulacan Taipan. One of their strengths talaga is coming from a fast break.
Don't look now, it's just a 3-point lead for Mandaluyong. Atienza no good on that alley-oop attempt. We have a chance to tie the ball game or cut it to just a 1-point lead.
Very smart move para dito kay Gapak, setting up the play.
They send it outside. They tie the ball game up at 66.
What a way to start the third quarter para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
JT Bulacan Taipan playing out of their minds. Meanwhile, Daha getting fouled once again. As that'll mean 2 penalty freebies for Irvin Daha.
I was wondering how come Daha always wants the ball from the 3-point area wherein he has the size. I was wondering how come he doesn't utilize his size or using the post to get the ball.
Well, I think it's good depending on the perspective. At
Yeah.
least he's not, close to the idea of playing the guard.
Yes, I agree.
But then at the same time, depending on the matchup,
Yes.
meron siyang height advantage.
May height advantage plus they're in the penalty situation. So that's a good opportunity for Daha to be in the paint and get his basket from the charity stripe.
Pero one thing is for sure, halatang hindi na natural position ng big man.
Yes.
Meanwhile though, that's a bucket coming from Gapak. Able to give Bulacan the lead.
Yes, and that's the first lead of Bulacan in this game.
Meanwhile, they get the steal. What defense by Gapak. Good pass. Unable to convert though. Picked up by Daha. Here he comes. And Pan over-aggressive on that sequence. So that'll mean 2 freebies once again for Irvin Daha.
And that was a questionable foul there para dito kay Pangan. And those lapses is a no-no para dito sa Bulacan Taipan because last game against Quezon City, or rather Antipolo, they made questionable fouls late in the minutes of the fourth quarter, and that's the reason why they lost the game.
So far, Bulacan having a 1-point lead. Irvin Daha will go 1 out of 2, tying the ball game up at 68. As we see Gapak earning himself a rest in the bench. Certainly providing the needed spark for this Bulacan JD Taipan squad. Again, a deadlock at 68. A minute and 34 remaining. Kalachan up top against Santos, hands it off. Another handoff, this time it's Victoria. Nowhere to go. Kalachan once again, he fires for the three, he makes it!
The offense wasn't going nowhere para dito sa Bulacan. And good thing they know how to shoot threes.
And again, that's definitely their bread and butter.
Yes. But another questionable call para dito sa questionable move para dito sa Bulacan Taipan. They should have fouled that during that possession.
Definitely questionable considering itong Mandaluyong shooting decently as well from the free throw line.
Yeah, right now they're shooting 62% in the field, 15 out of 24.
I mean, that's not good. But then again, that's 15 points already converted. So imagine if wala kang foul na tulad yun. Siguro it's just down to 5 free throws.
100%. And on Bulacan side naman, they only shot 3 out of 4 in the free throw lane.
Meanwhile, Victoria lays it up and in.
And again, the inside presence of Bulacan are stepping up. Since bumubuka yung depensa ng Mandaluyong.
El Duayan attacks. That is good.
That was a tough shot here by El Duayan.
Bulacan, all the confidence in the world. But that won't go in. Last touch on the red shirts. So possession back to Mandaluyong.
And these two possessions are very crucial for both teams, and let's see how they will work on these possessions.
El Duayan has it. The pick. It's now with Santos. It's down to 8. No good. Another try. Atienza still won't fall. Another try, still no good. And that'll be it for our third period. And what a quarter it has been for JT Bulacan Taipan. At the end of 3 quarters, it's 73-71. Finally, the JT Bulacan Taipan with a 2-point lead. And certainly it'll be an exciting fourth and final chapter. But we shall take a short break before heading into that one. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Back to the action right here. And again, it's 73-71, 2-point lead this time. The JT Bulacan Taipan able to give themselves a 2-point lead. So far, it has been Russell Santos leading the charge with 16 points on the side of Bulacan. And still, it's Sean Antazo leading the charge for Mandaluyong. And then again, he suffered a right ankle injury.
In the third quarter, Mandaluyong only scored 17 points while Bulacan scored 32 points. That's very huge para dito sa Bulacan. And
Ken Atienza getting called for that traveling violation. Bulacan a chance to extend the lead. Lacson finds Calachan. Enters the paint. Drops it inside. Intercepted by Almonte.
Butterfingers there by number 10, Valdez, or rather De La Vega.
Meanwhile, no good at that three-point attempt from Andre Herrera. Here they go at the wing. Calachan has it against Almonte. Calachan sends it outside. Victoria for three. That is short, picked up by Lacson. This time it's Victoria. Traveling violation.
Oh, sayang yung possession na yon as they got another chance to shoot the basket. Unfortunately, they called for a traveling.
Herrera hands it off to El Duayan. Good ball circulation for Mandaluyong. Daha, high pickup. And foul going to be called on Charles Victoria.
But that was a good challenge para dito sa Bulacan Taipan as they tried to stop this El Duayan, Daha attacking, as you can see that replay.
And so far, Daha has been missing some free throws. Only going 1 out of 2 on his past trips.
Although this is the huge advantage para dito sa Mandaluyong as they got 16 points already in the free throws, and that's the reason why they're just trailing by 1 point.
Meanwhile, Bulacan, still no bucket for them in the fourth. Finally a bucket as I say that. This time it's De La Vega converting.
Oh, what a move there by De La Vega.
Daha sends it out. Herrera for three. That's good.
And that shot by Herrera has a challenge right in his face.
So make that a tied ball game at 75. Meanwhile, we see Iris Chua going in. Looking to add more reinforcement for Mandaluyong, Coach Hyong. Meanwhile, still no Russell Santos on the side of Bulacan. Canlapan has it. They fire for three, that won't fall.
That was a questionable decision there in the part of Greater Bulacan as they shot 3 points too early in the shot clock.
Meanwhile, Daha attacks the lane off the glass. That's good for Irvin Daha.
And flex pa siya doon in that possession.
And he knows what he can do. As he gives Mandaluyong a 2-point lead. The three-pointer sank by Canlapan.
And you can see these boys of Bulacan, no? Hindi sila natatakot mag-shoot ng 3 points, and I guess the coach of Bulacan Taipan really giving these players a confidence.
Speaking of confidence, John Ken Atienza converting from deep.
3 after 3 after 3 para in this game, and very interesting to see how it will look like at the end of this game.
Meanwhile, De La Vega once again converting underneath.
What a move there by De La Vega again, but that was a drop-off pass coming from number 24, Calachan.
Both teams right now going back and forth. Irvin Daha has the leather against Victoria. Attacks the lane. That is good! Crazy shot coming from Irvin Daha.
I was about to say good defense, but that was a better offense para dito kay Daha.
Gets another rebound. And again, he already has a double-double during only that third quarter. Daha attacks. No good that time. Picked up by De La Vega. Here comes Canlapan. Outside to Calachan for three. That is good.
And the most interesting part here is those shots are on rhythm. It's just like it seems like they're in a practice shooting 3 points.
Definitely, that's the bread and butter. Meanwhile, no good for Iros Chua. On the other side, though, unable to convert this, Rich Lacson.
Lucky break para dito sa Mandaluyong.
On the other side, that's good from deep.
He keeps on trying to attack the paint now. He tested his shot at the 3-point line and makes that basket.
Make that 17 points. Or actually make that 20 points already for Irvin Daha.
Imagine if Antazo is here in this game. For sure, mag-iiba yung ihip ng hangin. As you can see that replay, look at that rhythm pass and rhythm shot here. And on the other side, Daha answers it back.
And again, the caliber of a Batang Gilas member. Definitely a convenience for Mandaluyong to have as they're up by 2. Meanwhile, Rosel Santos attacks the lane, able to convert in traffic.
We've been looking for this kid a while ago, and now perfect time for him to step up.
Tying the ball game up at 85. Meanwhile, Irvin Daha basket and one. What a move. Circus shot coming from Bon. Irvin Daha.
And again, the defense of Bulacan is there, but better offense para dito kay Daha.
Pound for pound, fitness foul counted move. Daha definitely going pound for pound on that move.
And in that possession, he uses that experience. Talaga binato na lang niya at the last second.
Make that 22 points already for Irvin Daha. Three-point lead for Mandaluyong, more importantly. Meanwhile, Bulacan trying to generate some offense. Gapak has it. Inside, scoops it up. That won't fall. De La Vega grabs it back. Santos getting fouled by Andre Herrera. Only the third team foul of Mandaluyong.
But that was a good attack para dito kay Santos, reading his opponent and try to put Mandaluyong into the penalty situation.
Santos finds Gapak. Under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth and final chapter. Gapak has it against Chua. The spin. Traveling violation called.
And Gapak forces way too much in that possession. And that was a big, unfortunate situation para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
Meanwhile, here comes Herrera. Nowhere to go. Out to Daha. This time it's El Duayan. He attacks the lane. Sends it out. Herrera, mid-range jumper. Won't fall.
That was a good stop here by Bulacan Taipan. Mandaluyong didn't see that mismatch between Daha and Santos.
3-point lead for Mandaluyong. Under 4 minutes remaining. Gapak. Another send out. But they're unable to catch it.
That was a nice hezzy by Gapak. And sayang lang, this number 22, Pangan, didn't catch the ball and stepped out of bounds.
Here comes Justin Elduayan. 3-point lead still for Mandaluyong. He's up against Pangan. The pick from Atienza. Still with Elduayan. Now it's Atienza up top. Inside to Daha. Intercepted by De La Vega.
What a defensive effort para dito sa kay De La Vega.
Gapak has it. The crossover. That's a foul going to be called on El Duayan. The last foul to give.
And last possession for Mandaluyong. Daha, you can see na hindi talaga siya, he's not well experienced pagdating sa post presence as he didn't give any physical contact with Laksamana.
And a timeout called right here, presented to you, of course, by Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. It's 88 to 85, 3-point lead for Mandaluyong under 4 minutes remaining in our fourth and final chapter.
Daha and Santos. Wait, check ko. Santos.
Back to the action right here. 88 to 85, 3-point gap in favor of the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. Over 3 minutes remaining in our fourth and final chapter.
And this is a test of character para dito sa Bulacan Taipan. And see if they really deserve that #1 spot in the North Division.
Meanwhile, Santos. This time against Herrera. Now it's Pangan against Chua. Shot clock down to 1. That is a shot clock violation called on JT Bulacan Taipan.
A good execution for Bulacan, but again, they didn't read their opponent that well and chose to stick to the play of their coach.
So far, Mandaluyong, no more fouls to give. Bulacan, 2 more fouls to give.
And this is a good opportunity for Bulacan to play physical and try to exhaust Mandaluyong.
That's a foul called on Victoria. So make that only 1 more foul to give. Still no free throws. El Duayan has it at the corner. Intercepted by Gapak, staying with Mandaluyong.
And Gapak is one of the reasons why Taipan is just really trailing by 3 points because of his defensive intensity.
Herrera fires for 3. That won't connect. Rebound by Santos. The crossover goes out of bounds. Possession staying with JT Bulacan Taipan.
And if you're Bulacan Taipan, that's a good defense, good stop. And let's see if they can convert in this possession.
Santos has it. That's another foul. Called on Andre Herrera. So that'll mean 2 free throws given to Russell Santos.
And Russell Santos has been a steady free throw shooter para dito sa Bulacan Taipan.
Not only a steady free throw shooter, but a steady contributor as well.
Yes.
So far has 18 points to his name. Make that 19 after that free throw. Make that 20 now for Mr. Santos. 2 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. El Duayan. Good defense on the side of Bulacan. Possession going to stay with Mandaluyong.
Active hands here para dito sa mga players ng Bulacan Taipan.
Meanwhile, El Duayan outside to Chua. This time it's Herrera. Now to Daha at the wing. And that's a foul going to be called. The last foul to give of Bulacan.
And that's the 5th personal foul already of Fajardo. And that's a tough loss para dito sa Bulacan Taipan as he's the stopper of Daha.
Right now, it looks like De La Vega, the one tasked to stop itong si Irvin Daha. Inside, El Duayan fading away. That won't fall. Rebound by Victoria. As we enter the last 2 minutes of our ball game. The Twilight Zone, as they call it.
We're in a treat here, Cho.
Definitely a treat. Meanwhile, Gapak sends it out. Victoria, quick fire 3. Won't fall. Still Gapak, another send out. Santos for 3. Gets it to go!
What a shot there by Santos. And good kick out pass there by Gapak.
What a play for Bulacan. They're currently on top by 2.
But they still need to make a stop here.
Chua, no good on that long bomb.
And that's a questionable shot here by Chua. Our opponent is in a penalty situation. He should have gone to Daha. Or still attack the paint.
Meanwhile, another send down. Victoria for 3. That's another long bomb. What a run for JT Bulacan Taipan, giving themselves a 5-point lead.
What a shot there by Victoria. And another kick out pass by Santos.
What a run. Imagine trailing by as much as 14, and now it's 5 thanks to the 3-pointer of Charles Victoria.
Oh, that's rather Gapak who did the kick out pass.
It's 93-88, over a minute remaining in the 4th and final chapter. Back to the action right here, over a minute remaining in our 4th and final chapter. So far, Bulacan able to give themselves a 5-point lead after a monster run with the 3-pointers of Russell Santos and Charles Victoria.
And last game, but let's see here, let's see this possession kung kanino ibibigay itong bola para dito sa Mandaluyong.
El Duayan, nowhere to go. Trying to find his teammates. Atienza, losing it. Out of bounds. Possession staying with Mandaluyong. So far, Gapak still on the floor. But seems to have stood up quickly.
The referees are trying to check kung kanino ba mapupunta tong possession na to, as this possession is gonna be very crucial.
So let's take another look on what exactly happened. So that was intended for Atienza. They lose it. El Duayan tried to save it. Goes between the legs of Herrera.
May sumipa eh. Sino kaya yun?
It's quite unclear on what exactly happened. So let's take another look. Perhaps an even slower speed. So Atienza had a touch on it, but Jose Santos able to intercept it. Then now the ball seems to have touched El Duayan.
Ayun.
I think it hit the foot of El Duayan.
Yes, I agree. And looks like it's the possession for Bulacan.
So that's a tough break if that'll go to Bulacan. Because, again, Mandaluyong with a double possession deficit.
Although that was a risky pass para dito kay Ed Duayan, as he picks up the ball too early.
And I think this will be unclear.
Yes.
But still good to have multiple angles to look onto.
No, thanks to the cameraman for taking those close shots.
But finally, our officials deeming the possession going to Bulacan. Bulacan having a 5-point lead again. But now a full court pressure implemented by the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith.
And this is a good confidence booster para dito sa Bulacan if they win this game.
I mean, not only are you the current division leader, pero you beat a team with 2 Gilas players playing. But first, a timeout going to be called right here by Coach JP Magbitang. 47 seconds remaining in our 4th and final period. So far, it's a 5-point lead for JT Bulacan Taipan. Back to the action right here. It's 93 to 88, a 5-point gap in favor of the JT Bulacan Taipan. And again, that is because of their terrific run with the 3-pointers of Russell Santos and Charles Victoria.
And shout out to my dear friend Charles Kimpo and to my good friend Jobentai. Hello sa inyo.
Of course, the team owner and team manager, or rather
Yes.
team manager and team owner respectively of Bulacan. Of course, shout out as well to team owners of Mandaluyong, Coach Mark Helera and Mr. Joseph Chua. And as well as to Congressman Eric Martinez, to Dr. Catherine Martinez, and to Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for holding today's game in Bahay ni Jawo in Valenzuela City. As we're awaiting the continuation of our game, again, possession going to Bulacan.
In Bulacan Taipan, they just really need to execute well, read their defense well in this possession. Because sometimes when you follow too much in the play, hindi mo nababasa minsan yung binibigay sa'yo ng depensa.
Meanwhile, Santos sends it inside. De La Vega unable to score. They get it back, but that's a foul going to be called on Daha.
The back door was open, late pass lang para dito kay Santos. But good thing Bulacan has the possession.
Still with them. So both teams now at the penalty. Santos to Victoria. Santos again outside. Takes his time. Crossover, will fire a 3. That won't connect, but they get it back. It's Gapak having fun with it. Santos now has it. Nowhere to go. Sends it to the wrong guy, but Santos gets it back.
Oh, lucky break there in the part of Bulacan.
And what a run it has been for JT Bulacan Taipan, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah. And good thing, nabawi nila yung possession na yun.
So if he makes these ones, he'll be able, I believe, to seal the deal. His first one is good.
Mantika na. Mantika na makaskoro ang Mandaluyong in that turnover. Clutch free throw here para kay Santos.
So that's 2 out of 2 for Russell Santos. But so far, Daha still doing his best. Tough shot. Won't fall. And what a game it has been for JT Bulacan Taipan, as they'll be escaping with the W. And again, even though they are the current division leaders, I think you can call this an upset because, again, 2 Gilas players on the side of your opponent, but still you escape with a 7-point W.
Yes, and not only that, no, they put Mandaluyong in a very dangerous situation as they are currently 2 and 4 in the standings.
How do you like that one? Our final score, 95-88, a 7-point win, being grabbed by JT Bulacan Taipan. And again, it's definitely easy to determine kung sino ba ang ating best player of the game. Only one guy has been doing all, the carrying, lalo na in the free throw shooting department. Napakaganda ng performance niya.
Yeah, and he's the facilitator of this team and a true leader despite Del Pozo not playing in this game. Let's see who he is.
Yes, there's not only one good Russell in the team. There's also another one. There's 2 of them, but for today, the other one performed. We're just waiting for his presence, of course, to be interviewed by our courtside reporter. As we're taking a moment. Again, he shall be interviewed by our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Cristobal.
25 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist para sa ating player of the game, Mark Russell Santos. Congratulations to you and your team. Nakita natin during the first half, kayo yung kailangan humabol. Kayo yung nahihirapan. Ikaw, specifically, medyo nahihirapan ka rin. Ang dami mong naging attempts. Pagdating ng second half, all of a sudden, kayo yung nagdikta ng larong ito. Ano nagbago at pag-usapan natin yung naging collective effort ninyo?
Nung first half po kasi parang kulang po kami sa usap, more on kanya-kanya po kami. And pagdating mo ng second half, kinausap lang po kami ni coach na syempre, unang-una po kailangan magtulungan kami sa court, mag-usap-usap kami sa defense para po makabawi kami. Yun, naging successful naman po yung pinlano namin.
Russell, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan or mga bigyan ng shoutout ngayon?
Unang-una po, nagpapasalamat po kay Lord dahil binigay niya po sa amin yung panalo na to. And this game po is for my mom. And shoutout po sa Living Angels Christian Academy family. And sa mga heads po namin dyan, JT Bulacan Taipan, sa mga management mo namin, and sa coach po namin, Coach JP, Coach Chiro, Coach Andy, Coach Christian. And sa family ko po na lagi nakasupport sa akin dyan, si ate, kay daddy, and kay ninang. And shoutout din po sa girlfriend ko, kay Mar Carlton, and sa family po niya. Yun lang po, thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Russell, at syempre sa Team Bulacan, JT Taipan. At syempre, magpasalamat din tayo sa Don Benitos for providing our player of the game, this Filipino delicacy. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne. Once again, our Don Benitos best player of the game, Mr. Russell, not Del Pozo, but Russell Santos.
Yes, well-deserved para dito kay Russell Santos.
And now coming up, our 16 under division game still between the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith and JT Bulacan Taipan. As once again, this has been Chopangilinan, Coach Quito Limbo and Daphne Cristobal. And this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, the Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Special thanks to Congressman Eric Martinez, Dr. Catherine Martinez, and Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.